Hello, everybody. I hope you are all doing well today. Thank you for coming on over. If you are new, welcome. I hope that you will consider subscribing. Join me on this journey. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you being here. Today, I'm going to be stuffing my third pay in April. It is a magic month for me. I get paid every 2 weeks, so twice a year I get paid 3 times in a month. And this is the first time this year it is happening, so it's exciting. It will allow me to save a little extra in some different sinking funds and finish sort of a sinking fund today, which is great. That sinking fund isn't needed until next year, but it's always good to get it saved for now so I know I have the money. So yes, welcome on in. I am going to first start out. We have a bunch of things going on, and so I apologize if it's a bit chaotic, but I'm going to first just start out by stuffing some money into my Iris binder. This is a 1K binder. If you are new, I am wanting to save up this to get this to $1,000 to put this into my tax-free savings account, which is a investment vehicle in Canada that you can use, and when you withdraw the money, it is not taxed, so it's tax-free. I want to use this money for my retirement, so to use it towards retirement, I have no intentions of touching this money. So I'm trying to get this $1,000 this year so I can do a lump sum. And in the front of the binder, I have one of Iris's mini challenges, which you can use on its own or in conjunction with this binder. And so I am putting $40 in today, which means I actually do finish it today, but I'm going to redistribute it off camera. I won't take up any of your time just because I might be putting it, I do have some $10 bills in here, so I might be putting them into the $10 versus the $40. I haven't decided, but in this, we should have another $200 saved. So we should have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92. So this little front mini challenge saves 200. I will redistribute it throughout the binder, and I do believe I am at about $600 now in here, which is amazing given that we are only in April. So yeah, that is awesome. And that is money I have budgeted from my paycheck. So I will worry about that redistribution later. And I do have my book off to the side where I keep track of everything that I'm stuffing. So I'm then going to bring in the money. So I have some placeholders here. I have a $100 placeholder and two $50 placeholders because this is money that is going digitally. And so it is just easier to use placeholders. And then I should have, I think, 400 and how much? I think 410. Maybe? Let's find out. 50s always throw me off. So I have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 220, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 93, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And then, yes, a 50, so 410. That is absolutely correct. I do take out money to put towards savings challenges and stuff, so I always kind of take that money out first. So I think I am going to start out with my home binder because I'm saving for a future new place. This would be money for moving costs, lawyers' fees, home inspections, that sort of thing. It's not a down payment. I plan to purchase next year. I will use the equity in my current condo as a down payment. I'll probably end up doing a bridging mortgage most likely, but I'm going to look into that next year. Not going to worry too much this year, just trying to save up money. So we are going to be putting in $80 today. So we have 50, 20, and 30 going in, and I will mark off in a moment off this tracker. It goes in $50 denominations. So we have 2,100 in the bank, 5,200, 20, 40, 50, 60. So we have 2,260 and it's divided by 50. So we should have 45, and each line has 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we can finish off one more row on our little tracker. And my initial goal I've already met. I wanted to get 1,000 in here. My next goal, I think, well, obviously to get to the 2,500, but I think I could probably easily get 3,000 in here, maybe 3,500. The more the better. I'm definitely not stopping. And I will cash condense this off camera and take some money back to the bank and put in some different placeholders before I do my end of the month count up. I'm just going to mark off what I've done so I don't confuse myself. Okay, all right. Let's start out with this binder because I only have to do one thing in here. So we are going to be putting money towards my renewals. So this is meant for my vehicle registration as well as my AAA membership. My AAA membership is due next year in April, but I wanted to save for it. I tend to do this with items that I need to have every year. Is when I've paid for the item, I try to save up as quickly as possible to be able to have that next year's. And so that is what I've done this month. Thankful for that magic month. And so I'm putting $40 in there. So I should have, it's about $100. I have $100 for my vehicle registration already, which is due in September. And then my AAA is about $100. So I just put in 40. So we should have now 100 in here in cash. So we have 50, 70, 90, 100. So that is correct. And so that is basically fully funded for both, which is amazing. I don't have to worry about that AAA. I will cash condense that off camera just to save you some time, but we are fully funded for that, which is awesome. I always love to be basically know I have the money ready for next year. Okay, let's go into this binder. Why not? We are going to put money towards hair. Hair is at the beginning of June. Now, that is all subject to change should I get my surgery date. I saw my surgeon at the end of March, and he is hoping that they are going to have some OR time this summer so that I can have my surgery this summer. And he was hoping to get me that date sooner rather than later. So hoping it's not like a last minute cancellation like it was last year. It was totally fine. It worked out totally fine. It didn't give me a lot of time to sit and worry about the surgery, which was a blessing. I'm not worried about the surgery this time. I know what to expect. I know what recovery will be like. Let's just hope it goes as well as it did last time. It's on my dominant side, so I'm anticipating it's going to be a little more challenging to recover just due to not being able to use my dominant arm and hand as much in the beginning, but I kind of know what the pain level will be and just discomfort. So and I'm know what the wound care is going to be like and all of that. So I'm not really stressing over it. I just want to get this surgery done, and yeah, we'll whatever the results end up being, they end up being. So we put $15 into hair, but let's hope that that appointment will happen. So we have 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, and 45. So, yeah, I'm not trying to book too many things in the summer just because I just don't know when that surgery is going to happen. He's hoping in September at the absolute latest. I'm hoping, again, the sooner the better personally for me, but yeah, we will see. So nails is getting 15, and this is in a couple of days my appointment is, but I might extend it another week. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. So we have actually enough for 2 appointments, but I always like to have a little in here just in case. So next up, we are going to go into beauty's getting nothing, closing's getting nothing, but technology is going to be getting finished here pretty soon. In May, it should be finished. I've decided to cap it at $650. It's going to get 10 today. So we have 500, 600 in the bank, 10, 20, and 30. I think that should be enough to replace a laptop when mine decides it wants to quit working. So yeah, I might come back to technology and boost it later in the year, but for now, 650 is what I'm going to get to. And next up we have pets. So there's my pen. So I do not have a pet, but I am saving as if I have one, because when I sell, I will get myself a dog. I'm hoping for a Sheltie, but we will see. And so I'm just already starting to save as if I have one. So it is going to get 50. And I'm actually going to swap those two 50s out, and just because I don't have a ton of them, and I'm going to grab a $100 placeholder. So in pets, we have 1,000, 200, 300, and 400, and I'm actually just going to swap out those hundreds for, excuse my reach, for a 200. So we have 1,400 in there, which is amazing. Again, is it enough? $50 a paycheck for a pet? Maybe not, but I'm getting in that habit of saving for it. And so basically I can't be spending it from my paycheck. So because that, you know, when that time comes, I won't be able to spend it. So gifts is getting skipped for now, but it's going to start getting money in May, as Mother's Day, Father's Day are coming up. And then family birthdays are all in the summer. And so we are putting in $10 for giving. And I always put giving. And we have 10, 20, 30, and 40 in giving. And that can be used when I see fit to bless others, or make a donation to a nonprofit or something that I want to give to. So I'm just going to mark this off just so I don't forget. Okay, now we are going to move into this binder. We have emergency. So emergency, I'm very, very pleased with how this is coming along. Emergency is going to get to $100 today, so digitally. And we will cross off 10 icons, but we have 1,000, 2,000, 300, 400, 550. And I do believe I can grab out a $500. I don't have a whole bunch of $500 placeholders. I think that's something I'm going to have to be purchasing. And so we have $25.50 in emergency. So we are getting very close to our first goal. Well, the goal this year was 3,000, but I think I will definitely continue, as it's just never enough, I don't think. Everything costs so much nowadays that anything can go wrong, and it can add up really, really quickly. And these trackers are custom trackers by Iris Budget. She has been a little inactive on her socials. I'm sure she's just working lots and maybe traveling, but I do link her shop down below. She makes amazing trackers. And so these, all of these A5 trackers are from her. So that is awesome. I'm very happy with emergency fund growing. Next up is new vehicle, and just in the habit of saving towards a new vehicle. Hopefully not anytime soon, but just trying to build it up. And it is going to get $10 today. So in new vehicle, we have 200, 350 in the bank, 370, 380. And if I had to pause or I had to make changes to my budget, this would be probably one area I wouldn't put really anything into. Yeah, hopefully don't need a new vehicle for like 5-10 years. That would be really nice. My vehicle I have now is pretty low mileage, so, and I don't drive it a ton. So next up is month ahead. So month ahead is what I plan to do is to purchase my new place and then sell my current condo. So this money would be used to help cover some basic bills instead of relying solely on my paycheck. So it's not your typical month ahead in terms of like most people will save a month ahead as almost kind of like a mini emergency fund. This is meant for when I purchase a new place. So this one is going to get $50 digitally today. So we're just going to color off 2.5 because each one is worth $20 an icon. And then we are just going to actually make a few changes because I'm kind of keeping track on the front. So I'm actually just going to go into here, even though it says fully funded, it was fully funded for 1 month. And now we're working on the second month. So yeah, I'm trying to get at least 2 months in here. And we are just going to probably fight with this today. Okay, not too bad. And this one will have $740 in it. And this is for condo fees. So that is what we're working on is a second month of condo fees. And then we are just going to go on to our tracker. And if we could get it, and I know I already have 100 in here and 610 in here. So we are $200 away from completing condo fees for a second month. Then we will need to save up $610 for mortgage and $100 buffer. But we are definitely doing pretty well on that. So should be able to easily get, yeah, and that was the $50. So I'm just going to pop that in the front. That was just for me to remind myself that, hey, this is what you are actually saving for. So I'm just going to cross everything off that I've done so far. Okay, so the only money we should have remaining is money for groceries, eating out, and spending. So groceries was $4.20, eating out was $1.20, and spending was $3. Groceries at $10, $2 for eating out, and $1 for spending. And I do give myself a healthy amount of spending money. I am a spender by nature. I do enjoy spending money, but I am consumer debt free and have been for a year now. Yay. So it's a way of making sure that I don't go back into debt, essentially. Do I have to spend the money? No, but if I want to spend it, it's there. So we play a game with this money. So this is for 2 weeks, by the way. So we have $100 for groceries, and I still have a little left over from last time. I just continuously roll my grocery money over because sometimes I get a few things from Costco, like my parents will pick it up and I'll pay them back. And that doesn't happen all the time. So, or I might say need to buy quite a bit of produce at one time, or I maybe stock up on some meat deals or whatever. So $50 for eating out and $80 sorry, for spending. And we play this game right now, and we're playing this is from Bella over at Saving Made Simple. It's the hit or miss, and she does a ton of these. They're so awesome to play as well as to watch others just to see if they've seen them. This is the Kiss List Part 2. So what I will do is I will scratch. If I've seen the movie, I will save $5, and if I haven't, I will save $10. I'll just roll a die just to give myself a starting point at least. And so we are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're going to scratch this one off. 5 feet apart. Yes, I have. So we're going to say $5 from one of our categories. And 1, 2. Let's see. Dear John. Oh, yes. Nicholas Sparks book. Nicholas Sparks movie. Channing Tatum, Amanda Seyfried. I actually preferred the book way more than the movie. The book made me cry many, many times. The movie, I don't really think I remember crying at all, which is kind of funny because there's another book by Nicholas Sparks that I read the book and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, not bad. And then I saw the movie and I actually cried in the movie. So yeah, funny how that works. And so 1, 2, 3. So that's going to say $5 from a category. The Vow. Yes. So that is actually Channing Tatum and Rachel McAdams, based on a true story. I have definitely seen that. I think I've seen that actually more than once. So $5 from each category. And you know what I did last time? Let's just roll again and see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's just see if we're going to have more. 27 dresses. So I've seen part of 27 dresses. I've seen like not the entire movie all at once. But yes, Catherine, oh my gosh. I can't even think of her last name. I'm totally blanking. People are going to be screaming at me in the comments. She was on Grey's Anatomy. Yeah. And James Marsden, I think, was the fellow in that one. So let's roll another one. So we're going to save another $5. Keith. No, I have no idea what that even is. I'm going to have to look that up. Keith, 2008. If you have seen that, you let me know. And we will just go one more time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So Valentine's Day. Yes, that's the big ensemble cast of all of these different famous actors. Yes, I have definitely, again, I haven't seen it, and like it's like, you know, front to start to finish, but I've seen it sort of, you know, like you see a little bit here and then you see the next part there. So we are going to be saving $10 from 2 different categories and 15 from one. And so we have 4 left. So maybe next time I go to stuff. So you know what, I'm going to take, you know what, I will take 15 from eating out. And then I'm actually going to swap out the 20 and put the 10 into my groceries. And I'll take the 10 from my spending. So we are putting $35 into Hit or Miss, and I'm just collecting it in this envelope. And I'm going to redistribute this money via allocation when I'm completed the challenge. So we have 20, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60, and 65 saved so far. So that is cool. That will get redistributed when that is done. And so in my wallet, I am putting 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85. Is that right? 20, 40, 60, 85. I feel like that is wrong for my... Yes, I was supposed to put in an extra 5. Okay, that's where I'm getting confused. Okay, sorry. Yes, confusion, Deidre. Should have 90. Yes, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90. Yes, into groceries because I only took 10. And then I have 35 for eating out. And 20, 40, 60, 65, and 70 for spending money. That's going to go into my wallet. So that is it. That is all today. I just appreciate you watching and being here so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you join me on this journey. And I hope you will stick around because the next video you should see is my monthly count up to see where I have progressed on my sinking funds and in my savings. It's always a very exciting video to see what kind of progress I made. So I hope I will catch you there, and you have a fantastic day. Bye, everybody.